All right, guys. First time I'm ever on camera. That's what I look like. Hi. Just a voice, usually. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is review or take a look at people's animations for their lifting. I think that's what was due today. They look something like this. Am I sharing my screen? Yeah. This is the one I gave you guys to work with. All right, we're back. Daniel, I'm going to turn my video off and we will watch yours. Please share your screen and we'll look at your work.
All right, let's go. Let me just, there we go. All right, here's my work.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Pardon the cut. Basically, after that point, the model starts to break down, so I had to cut it there.
Yeah. The only thing, okay, so it's probably pretty true to weight. The only thing I would do is maybe like right there. Okay, so go back to where she's just starting to lift it off the ground, right?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, create more of like arm stretch.
Back there, go back a few frames. Yeah, so like starting there and then go 2 frames up. Boom, boom, maybe 3 or 4 or 5. Yeah, so have her arms straighten out there and then catch up to her over a long drag, and that'll show weight a little bit more. You can also, like I was saying before, dip her head to accentuate. So like as she's pulling it up, her head is like glued to the TV, and then as she comes up, her head would flip up.
I did try doing that. The problem with that is that it basically desynced the hands from the TV way too hard.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I genuinely tried like doing something with that. It did not want to cooperate.
Are you using FK or IK in here?
I'm using FK.
FK.
Yeah, I know. I should have used IK, but sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we talked about this. We did it once with FK and we did it once with IK.
Yeah.
And the IK seemed to work a little bit better with this rig, but
oh yeah, no, it definitely worked a bit better, a lot better even. But unfortunately,
you were down the road.
Yeah, I was way too far gone.
So don't ever be afraid to just redo all your work. I know it takes hours, but yeah.
Oh, the problem is I have like several other projects as well that I need to do. So
no, my class is the most important thing you can do.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Of course, I forgot. God King Sean Nelson.
Yeah, unless it's work for your rigging class, then I'll listen to.
I'm sorry. How could I forget? God King Sean Nelson demands his sacrifices, and
in both classes.
In this case, time is said sacrifice.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's pretty good. It's a great start, and with a lot, like I was saying before, we only get a week to kind of work on this stuff, and with more time, you could polish it a lot more. Like if you were at Pixar, you'd have like 3 weeks to do this, and it'd look really good by the time you'd go show it.
And I'd also have a team.
Yeah. Yeah, you go show it to your friends, and they would give you pointers, and then your director would give you reviews on it, and he would tell you how to change it. It would be the most amazing thing in the world, with 25 people working on it and 3 weeks to do it. In a video game, you would have like an hour and a half to do this correctly, and hopefully it would work. In
a video game, it's theoretically a lot simpler.
Well, and then your director would come and yell at you because you're slow. And he would actually say, "This is not Pixar. Stop putting so much effort into it. Nobody's going to notice a character at the bus station picking up a box." So there you go. Those are your two polar opposites of.
And then you have to bring up examples. You pull up literal YouTube videos where people yell at background animations.
Yeah. It's like, what are they doing? He's just putting the box up and down. All right.
Are they seriously putting so low effort into this game now?
If you just watch this person, they pick up the same newspapers like 5 times. All right, well, that's cool, Daniel. Thank you. Who else has something to show today that they'd like to share?
I can share mine.
Yeah, Jonathan, please. That'd be great.
We're showing the one that we referenced the video, right? Or
Right.
are we showing the other one?
This is the first one. We'll talk about the second one in a bit.
Okay.
But
Yeah, this is the video
a lot
we
of
were
people,
doing.
a lot of people had a hard time with the first one, so we had extra time to do it. Oh, nice. So it's a little like that part's really good. That part doesn't work so well.
Way to show me up.
The light.
See where that arm where it comes up, right? It's just too mechanical and it reads as a hitch. You'd almost be better just taking that out. What you can do is have her bring the box up and then hold it there and then slowly lower it down over maybe like 20 frames or something so that it looks like the weight is settling in. Like have it rotate towards her body a little bit and lower a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just that little arm bounce, and I get it why you did it. It just isn't reading as well as it should.
Okay.
So like so when she comes up here and that first stop it on that first bounce. So she rises it up and then keep going there. And now if you just had her hold from there instead of going back up again, if you just had her whole body kind of sink with the weight, like her knees bend a little bit and the box goes down a little bit, I think it would give you the effect that you're looking for.
All right.
But it would take a little fudging around. Can I see it from the other side?
Yeah.
So you'd have to, I see. So see on this side, right, if her hand comes off of it like that, you do need to have her bring it up. And then in order for it to read a little bit better, so she would bring it up and she would pause for a second like, oh my God, this is heavy. And then she'd go down and she'd throw it up in the air a little bit and then catch it.
Oh, I see.
When the hand, in order for that to happen, right, in order for her hand to come off, she needs to make it weightless for a second. So she would throw it up in the air just a tiny bit.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it would come down into her hands again. But you've got all the pieces there. I mean, like I said, with a little bit more time to work on it, you could make it look really good. And the step at the end doesn't work, but that's okay. It appears to just be an extra motion. And I'd work a little bit with her head as well. But it's great.
All right.
It's a great start. You seem to be getting a feel for weight and stuff, which is nice. All right. Who else has some work to show? Thanks, Jonathan. That was nice.
Thank you.
Kian, are you?
Yeah, I can show mine since I'm finally at home for something.
Thank God you got COVID so that you could actually do some homework.
I just need to switch my computer real quick.
Yeah, no problem. Are you feeling okay, or is it hitting you hard, or is it kind of light duty? People seem to have variable.
It wasn't bad. It
Yeah.
was just like a cough, so somewhat, yeah.
That's great. I'm really glad you're okay. And then you get like 10 days off. Does your job give you a COVID pay at all?
Yeah, they do.
That's great. You should get COVID a whole bunch this summer, right? Yeah, I got COVID. I have to go to Hawaii to isolate. But it's
Yeah.
and it's paid, right? my
Yeah, so get
my
that COVID.
my son works at a grocery store, and whenever somebody tests positive for COVID, whoever was like, if a cashier tests positive for COVID, the bagger has to take a week off too. And he's a cashier, so when the baggers are always getting COVID. So when somebody who's been working with him gets COVID, he has to take a week off until he can test and make sure that he comes back negative again, because he deals with so many people. But they pay him for that, so it's happened like 3 or 4 times where he's had to take
Yeah,
5 days off.
yeah. My job usually gets a whole bunch of cases, but they don't care. So
Yeah,
if it's as but you're the one that's not positive, then you can still come to work.
yeah. It will. I don't know what your job is, but you're not public facing, huh? You're not dealing with shoppers or things like that.
Yeah, only well sometimes because I work at Target, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just like I'm mostly in the back, so I don't work with customers that much compared to like being a cashier or something.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, I'm glad you're safe
Yeah, thank you.
and doing well. And now, when you don't do your homework, you can claim brain fog. Like, oh yeah, I got that COVID brain fog where I can't think and do my homework.
Right.
It's such a, and as an instructor, and I had COVID a while back. I was like, yeah, whatever, you know. I'd like you to do your homework, but if you're recovering, then for sure, give you some extra time. All right. Did you have any trouble with your lifting stuff?
No, not really. I think, well, her neck kind of bothered me because I couldn't get it to look right. You'll probably see it as it
Oh yeah, I
goes.
can help you with that. The controllers for her.
Yeah, I kind of forgot how to switch to the IK or IF.
Yeah, so you did FK.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. So the thing I would say, if we, okay, it's, can you move it around to a different angle, like maybe front on?
Yeah.
She's not lifting with her hips. She's gonna hurt her back. Um, Although that's how most people lift. Okay, give me another 3/4 view somewhere. Okay, so are you switching the microwaves?
Uh,
Did you do the switch thing and attach it to her hand? And
no, I forgot to do that.
okay, so the go ahead and go to your first frame again, and go to go ahead, stop it, and then go down to where she first touches the microwave. Okay, so that's where she first touches the microwave. Zoom in on her hand there. Oh, the fingers in the microwave. Actually, I'm not so concerned with that. Okay, now let's go forward frame by frame by frame and watch her hand there, her right hand. Okay, see how it's sliding all over the place? Or it slid? That's okay. But at some point, she's got to put enough pressure to, to grab that microwave, which means that at some point her hand needs to be super stuck in place. So go ahead, go forward a little bit. So see now the hand comes forward a little bit. Turn to get a right hand view of it a little bit more. The other way, sorry. The left hand view, I guess. Okay, so now watch your hand track along the side of the microwave. Go ahead and play it. Not play it, but move it. And see how it moves even more then? I mean, you're basically doing it okay. but it's a little rough. So go back to where she first picks it up. There. And then move forward a little bit to where her hand goes to the middle of the microwave. There, right there. That is exactly where I would stick her hand. And then have it stuck. And you can do that by switching to IK here from FK. And or another really good way to do it is that whole, remember I was talking about taking the TV and you make a duplicate and you parent that to her hand.
Okay.
So just for fun, let's do it real quick. So show all your NURBS curves. Okay, now hit the TV and hit Control or the microwave. Hit Control D. Oh, you have it as a group, huh?
Yeah, well, it came in. I forgot to parent all of it together.
Okay, so undo that. Let's pair it all together real quick because it's just easier. Okay, so you've got it all selected. Hold down Shift. I have a hard time seeing it, but in that group, hold down Shift and select all the pieces of the microwave. Okay, now go up to polygons there, up on the shelf, up higher. There you go, polygons. And then over to the right, there's a little circle. See, it goes, I can't see very well, but it's like blue thing, blue dot, white kind of crowny thing, weird half moon, and then the next one over is the one you want. One more. Oh, back the other way.
This one.
One more.
No, wait.
One more. There you go, that one. Great. And now go edit, delete by type, history. Great. Now it gets all the crap out of there. Now go modify, center pivot, modify, freeze transform. I might have just ruined your animation.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay. Now hit W, hit Control D. Now select the hand, something on the hand, like the not the big one, but like one of the finger joints. Oh, undo. So there you go. Now select one of the finger joints near the middle of the hand there. Hit Shift select. And hit P. Okay. Now select the other microwave and hit Control H, and we'll hide this one for a second. Okay, now go ahead and move forward with your animation. Oh, it didn't parent to it. So select the TV again. And then select select whatever that big N looking thing on her hand is there. That thing. Nope. Oh yeah, that's good. So select the TV first, and then you have to select the TV first. Select the child first, and then the parent, that one. Great. Now hit P. Okay, now move your animation. Is it connected? Oh, it is. Is there animation on that box? So select the box.
I put it on the duplicate, that's why. I mean, there should be animation on this.
It seems like there's animation on there somewhere, like it because the box is moving.
Yeah.
Oh no! That's the knee thing. It wasn't her hand thing. You parented to it's her the pole vector for her thing. Okay, so that's really funny. Okay, so go back to where she's grabbing it. That same frame there. There you go, right there. And then select one of her fingers again, not the pole vector. So go Shift, select the box, then Shift select one of her fingers. Now hit P. Okay, now try and move it. Oh, that's funny. So go ahead. And so now,
Somewhat better.
now it's attached to her hand. And see how much more weight that has when it's whatchamacallit, when it's attached to the body.
Yeah.
And then all you'd have to do is track with the other hand to make that work, and all your stuff will work. So there's one other thing when you do this bait and switch sort of dealy. Go back to the frame where you've attached it there, that key mark there. Now go over to your channel editor there and see there's visibility down on the bottom, the very bottom of your channel editor. No, up over to the right and up in the corner. See that one? So right click on the word visibility and say set key. It should be up at the top, like key selected or something. Okay, now go back one frame. And then go up and hit, no, just one frame. There you go. Now go back up to the visibility thing and see where it's at. Nope, not yet. Well, you can go ahead and set another key there. Now go into the little box where it says on or something and type in 0. There you go. And now select out of your outliner the other thing, majigger, the other microwave.
You know,
And hit Shift H to make it reappear. Okay, now go up to the channel editor again. Don't move your frame, and then hit key selected. And then I think it's forward one frame. Go forward one frame. And now select that again, key it. And now put 0 in the little box. Turn it off. Okay. So now go ahead and play your animation. So there's actually 2 microwaves there, but this really helps sell the attachment. And this is how video games work.
yeah, that actually it looks way better.
Yeah.
It's actually attached to their hand.
Yeah, so then all you'd have to do is adjust. See how much more weight it looks like it has when it's attached to her hand?
Yeah.
And then so now all you have to do is track the other hand to match. So now go to the other side, go back to your frame of attachment. I'm sorry, that one frame, whatever it is there, that red one. And now we can do the other hand. We can do the other hand in a weird way. So go ahead and select the rotational, the controller for her hand, that thing, and hit a key there. Looks like there's a key there already.
Yeah.
And then somewhere is the IKFK diamond. Spin around a little bit and zoom in. I can't really see what's going on. Spin around. There it is. See the little diamond up there? Go ahead and select that and also hit S on that. So that's the IKFK switch, right? So now go to the frame before and hit S on that. Select that object, hit S on that, create another key. Got it? Now go forward one. Okay, now go to your channel editor and see at the bottom there it says IKFK switch.
Yeah.
Okay, at the top. So it's on in the previous key, so let's turn it off here. Or it's the other way around, make it 0. I'm not sure which one it is. And it might shoot the arm up into the air. Yeah, it did. Okay, so now go grab the arm and put it back where it was. And just manipulate it back to like sort of where it was before. Yeah. And watch out because there's a heck of an arm stretch.
Yeah. Oh, don't do that. This way.
Rotate it so her palm is like flat. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Now, select, wait, which microwave is this? This, go, move one frame forward, just so we can make sure we have the right microwave. Okay, now grab the ring that controls her hand again, and then shift select the microwave, and hit P. Okay, now let's see if this creates something horrible or wonderful. Go ahead and move it forward. Yeah, there we go.
Real?
Quite complicated, huh? But a really nice way to go.
Yes.
So now you can control if you rotate the right hand at all. Like if you want to rotate the other one, the right hand.
You know,
So the right hand now controls the microwave and the left hand. So if you want her arm to come down or something, you can rotate the microwave around a little bit. You can also see the little spin around to the left arm back. And then, see that little cross right there behind her? Hit W and you can move that down. That's called the pole vector, right? We talked about these before for the knees. And that will allow you to control where on her elbow, where her elbow is pointed. But then don't mess with her hand attachment to it. If the hand's bent and stuff, you should adjust that using the other side, the right hand. So rotate the right hand to make her left hand not so janky.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that really helps a lot.
Yeah, with weight attachment is everything, right? In order to make it look like it's weighted quite a bit, the hands can't be sliding around. If the hands are sliding around, then there's no weight to the object, really. And so if you either have to be very, very careful doing it in IK, very, very careful doing it in FK, or do this kind of weird switch thing. So in this way, you have more control over how to do it this way, or more control over the movement this way, and then and then you get the other hand for free, it should just be following the right hand anyways. The left hand should be. Neat. Okay, quick save it before it blows up.
Oh, right.
The problem with doing IK-FK switching in mid animation is that it's difficult to do, especially if you have to match up the left hand. You saw how it jumped up to its neutral position
Yeah.
when you turned it on. It's best to do IK-FK switching during movements, so it's less detectable that there would be a slight discrepancy between the on and the off. Even though it's one frame, it could pop significantly in your eyeball. So if you're going to do IK-FK switching, either do it while the thing is perfectly still or the thing is moving a lot. If it's just moving a little bit, it's not great. But this came out all right. It's not like she's grabbing a rung of a ladder and swinging on it, where you need that to be totally dead on, or else it's not going to look well. Look good. Oh yeah, no, it's popping. Good. There you go. So
Yeah, just her elbow.
yeah. So what you do here, let's look at her left hand. Just zoom in on her left hand. Go down. Her left hand.
Sorry.
That's okay. And then scroll past the connection point there, back and forth. So we'll see. No, go back, because I want to look at the pop. Go back further. Further. before she picks it up. Okay, so look at the point. Go to the key there. See the red line on your timeline?
Yeah.
So this is what I was talking about, where you should have it going in movement. Go back before. So this is take her arm and rotate it back a little bit here. FK, notice, go forward first and notice where IK lives. All right, so go one frame forward. That's where IK, this is where the hand needs to be when it switches. So now go to the frame before and try and move it back so it's closer to that position, the arm. Because this is not connected to anything and it's FK. So yeah, so you can rotate it. There you go. Now move it back and forward and see how close you are. It's not bad. If the shot was from the other side, I would say it was okay. It's still, if you zoom in on the hand, you'll be able to see a little bit better. If you need to, you can create a little box and put it to where, go to where the FK fingers hit, the tip of the FK finger, and then then that box will show you where your FK needs to be when it changes to IK. It's better. It's still a little bit of a pop, that one frame. So here, do this, go create a box, go just click on box there. And then bring that box and put it right at the tip of her index finger. When the IK hits, when the IK is on.
It's this box.
Remember we did this for the feet?
Yeah.
Okay, like just at the, yeah, go there. Now put it right at the, so go to a side view so you can see what you're doing. We don't have to be an actual side view, but like 3/4.
Where am I? No. I think I messed it up.
You're in the ground. There you go. Okay. So that's where her index finger needs to be. Now go to the previous frame. That's where you are now. You can rotate her shoulder back too. Although this is probably, the way you're going here is probably better. Because you're pretty close.
It seems like in her knee. Which is...
Oh, rotate it in a little bit. Oh no, the other way. The blue one. Oh, there, that one. There you go. So now check that. That's closer. So it's her elbow needs to be rotated back more. So put a bigger bend in her elbow. Rotate that towards her head more. There you go. And now rotate her arm down. And then rotate it out a little bit. There you go. Now let's see what that looks like. Oh, barely noticeable. Great. Ooh. Great job. It even looks okay.
Oh yeah, just fixing up that elbow right there, but yeah.
Yeah, you can go in and kind of hide what's going on. Like I was saying, if you put a bigger motion on it, like she's slapping the side of it and grabbing it, like generally that's how when I do IKFK switch, it'll be like a big arm, like she's doing a big broad gesture, grab of it, and then it switches to IK. And then that way you don't notice these little weird pops because it's very hard to get FK to be in the same position as the IK no matter what is happening after the fact. Crazy. Okay, cool. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Thank you, that helped.
Yeah, thank you, Kian. Yeah, everybody else do what Kian did because that looks cool.
Can I show mine?
Oh, yeah. Who is that? Is that Jose Carlo?
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay. Let's see. No. Oh yeah, share.
Something wrong with your audio, Jose Carlo. Are you like in a different country or something?
Maybe. Who knows? Let's see. Share. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, but I'm gonna have to lower my volume. Wait, you have the
Yeah,
opposite problem of Joe in the other class, who I can barely hear.
There it is. There. Alright. Oh wait, what? Oh no. Can
Whoa,
we
it's
ignore
super
the
light.
fact that the microwave just does
Yeah.
that? So you see the animation? Okay.
Yeah. Picks up the microwave. Okay. Oh. Oh, you did the put on the box. This is the stuff for today. Great. Okay, so you need to do, remember, were you watching what Kian did? Kian?
The microwave is attached to the hand, but I'm having trouble
Okay, so just
like
go right there.
after when
Okay.
the character.
I can help you. So go back to when she just puts it down.
Let me-
Just zoom back a little bit.
Should be here. Should be here.
Yeah. Okay. So that it looks like the microwave could be put down flat. Is that flat?
Yeah, I can fix it. The problem is that it's still attached to the hand, and when the hand moves,
Uh-huh.
the microwave kinda moves a little bit.
Do you have a different microwave? Are there two microwaves there?
No.
Oh,
only
okay. So
one.
let's do that. So go ahead and select just the microwave. And your microwave is a whole mess of objects, isn't it? So go up to polygons and let's make it one object real quick. Up on the shelf. Remember, we just did this with Kian. There you go.
I
That-
was working on this while you were talking.
Not
Sorry.
paying attention. I get it. It's okay.
Alright.
All right, go up to polygon models up there in the shelf.
Shelf.
Up. There you go. Over, down, over to your left. That polygon models, and then see the little circle with the two squares in it
The
on the
little
shelf. Keep
circle
going.
here.
One more.
Here.
That one. Go ahead and hit that. Great. Now go over to edit.
It says error. Invalid selection.
Open it up. Hold down Alt and click the plus button over there in the outliner.
Wait. What plus button?
See the outliner there? That's over in where the words are. To your left. Not on the object. There you go. Right there. Now hit Alt and then it'll open up all of them. Oh, close it back up. Hold down Alt and press the plus button.
Just a second. Oh. Just a quick disclaimer. Right now, I'm using a MacBook,
Uh-huh.
which with the Windows system on. So
Oh,
I'm trying to figure it out which one is the out.
What is the button? It's like the Option button and then the plus button there. Well, you just open them manually. Go to the bottom one and hit the plus button and open it.
All right.
And then just walk your way up. Keep opening all the plus buttons.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, now select all that stuff.
like this?
Yeah. Just the microwave stuff. So no, not the camera and stuff, but just all the stuff for the microwave. I thought I gave you guys a microwave that was all collapsed. Okay, now hit the little circle with the squares button. The combined button, that's called. Okay, now go edit, delete by type, history. Up top there. Edit.
Delete by type. There?
Yeah, edit, delete by type, history.
And now I choose unparent.
No,
Sorry.
no, now it's one object, so we're good. You didn't do delete by type history though, because all that other stuff is still sitting there. Go edit. And then delete by type history. Did it work? Did you do it?
I did it the first time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your pop-up's not working because you're sharing stuff. It's all right. You're sharing, not sharing a screen, you're sharing stuff. So now hit Control D.
Control D.
Okay, great. Now select now see on the timeline there? Okay, great. Go ahead and don't move it, hit S.
S.
Okay, now do the time slider back in your animation. So she moves away.
Oh, but it doesn't have the microwave anymore.
Oh, it's not connected to her. Okay, go back to that frame. Okay, so how many microwaves do you have in there? Can you see? I'm having a hard time seeing.
Like if I have any more copies, like exactly here on
Yeah,
the microwave.
Do you have didn't we? Oh no, there
wait,
it is.
what?
There's the other one. Yeah, we just made one. Okay, great.
Oh,
So go ahead and connect that. Go back, put that back, hit undo, and now parent that back to whatever you had it parented to before.
okay. Oh. Right.
Okay, now walk her back. Great. Okay, now go back to select the other microwave. Move her out of the way. Select that one. Okay, go to that frame there. Okay, so see in the channel editor there where it says visibility?
Yes.
Select on the word visibility. Right click on that. The word. Right click on the word visibility and select key.
Right click.
No, on the
key.
word visibility. No, you're right. There you go. Now right click on that. And
Key selected.
And key selected, yeah.
Now what?
Okay, now go to the frame before. Just one frame.
Oh.
And then do the same thing. Click key visibility. Key selected.
Oh.
And now go to the word on and type in 0 to turn it off. 1 is on and 0 is off. Okay, now do your thing.
Let's see. And it appears. And then I just turn off the other one.
Yeah, so go to that same frame where this one turns on. Okay, now select the other microwave. And then hit it. Oh, okay, yeah. Go to the one frame.
160.
Hit S.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. Oh, it's 160. Okay. 160. 60. Okay.
Hit S. Great. Now under visibility, key that. No. The word visibility again. Like set a keyframe there. Just the same thing we did before. So key selected, and then go to the frame before, and hit key selected. And then go to go to the next frame. There you go. Now type on, go to on and type it to 0. And we're switching microwaves now, so she should be able to put it down.
Oh, magic.
Yeah.
Now I have to fix that thing.
It looks like she's a basketball player.
Oh yeah, look at the when she picks it up. She goes down. She uses.
Yeah, you've got the curves going good, and then the reverse curve, that looks good, and then the funky walk, that's funny. And then, not bad. You just need to finesse it a little bit. It's still, traveling through the block and things like
Yeah.
that. But overall, it's pretty good. How do you
So-
feel about it?
Good, but I really want to fix that flying microwave. That's yeah,
At the
like
beginning?
the flying at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Actually, it's not flying anymore. It just stick to her hand.
right. Well, you can do the same thing, right? That we just
Yeah.
did there. You can create another microwave and have it be on the ground so that when she goes to pick it up, find that one frame where she picks it up, where it's flat on the ground, like that should be the frame.
Yeah.
So create another, select the microwave and hit Control D,
Go on.
and then go
Control
ahead
D.
and move the animation forward. I think it might be, yeah, go back. Select that microwave and in the outliner.
So let's see. Let me
No,
try.
no, sorry, the other way. Hold on, don't do any of that yet.
You see, there are two of them.
Yeah, okay, so
I
select
think
one.
they're parents.
Select one of them. Yeah, so select one of them, then go over to where the outliner is, where the words are. Oh no, you've got to select it. Go edit again, up top on
Edit.
your left, edit, and then go down to the very bottom and say unparent.
There.
Okay, now move her and one will stay
Okay.
there. Now go ahead and situate the one that isn't moving in place on the ground.
Let's see. Okay. Actually, this might take a little more time of a class.
Yeah, no. So you're good now, right? You have all the tools to
Yeah.
to do this with just fine. And
Yeah.
I was
That
I was
makes
hoping
more
to not do the bait and switch thing because it works really well, but it's kind of a simplistic answer to this, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with you guys getting weight and stuff going rather than switching objects in people's hands. So once again, in a video game, you would have a node inside her hand, and if she like reached into a box, she could pull out a sword, and you just attach the sword to her. If she reached into a box, you could pull out a gun, and the gun would be attached to her hand. It's done the same exact way. And in mobile games where you can't turn objects on and off, they would have all the objects in her hand at once and just make them visible. So all you're doing is turning on the textures for the objects that you want to display as visible. They always all live in her hand. You just never get to see them, which makes it really kind of hard to work on after the fact. Like it's easy to do it, but if you have to work on the animation and you're like, oh, the bazooka's a little bit off, then you have to go back to your bazooka animation and adjust it and then export two different things in order to make that work. Very cool. But for like just rendering purposes, this works really well. The other thing you can, if you don't want to key visibility, you can scale it down really, really small so you can't see it, and then make it pop up in one frame, and nobody will be able to see that. Although keying the visibility in the channel editor is a cleaner way to do that because.
I was also gonna ask that if we are also gonna show the other one where we pick the object from the high place and then we put it down.
Oh yeah, I was going to do that next. Do you have that one to show?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and save this one and we'll take a look at that one then. That one's due today, but if you've got it to show.
Microwave 2.
And I was going to kind of give a demo on it, but
It's loading. Okay. So this one has the same hand issue, which I'm gonna fix. Like,
yeah, now you've got all the tools you need. I needed you guys to get
why is it so slow?
double click on the very bottom right hand side of the screen. There's a little man with being chased by a circle. Yeah, and then see down. Oh, you have play every frame there. Under playback down below, and 24 frames per frame. Play every frame. I don't know why it's so slow.
I'm just gonna fix it. Then I'm just gonna.
Hey, your timing must be slow.
Yeah.
Nice walk though.
Thank you. So I guess I'm gonna show it later.
Yeah, no, it's not due till the end of today. So
Okay.
I was going to kind of give a quick demo of it, and then of how that reverse weight goes, and then in case and then look at them in case any of you guys had trouble with them. But considering that people still need to turn in the previous assignment, I think folks had a little bit of trouble with this one. The technical aspects of just getting the stupid thing working are pretty high, much less making it look like weight. That's nice. That putting it down is great. And then there's so many ways to do that. I should have just given you one way to do it instead of showing you all of the ways to do it. I overshared again. All right.
It happens. 'Tis quite all right. It is better to know that sometimes it is good to know that there are multiple ways to do something.
Yeah. Thank you, Jose Carla. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Look, I'm back on camera again. Hi. To what end? I have no idea.
Greetings, Snelson Digital.
I think it would. I think it distracts from what you're supposed to be looking at, seeing my actual picture up here. Because then you should, when I'm teaching, I'm like, yeah, and then you move that polygon. What are you doing? Oh yeah. It's like, oh look, a kitten that can talk like a human. Neat. So let's take a quick coffee break. It is, what time is it? It's 11:05. So why don't we get back here at 11:20, and I'll run through a demo on how to take how to lift a heavy weight off of a pillar and what that should look like. Although most of you hopefully have started it already or even finished it, but we'll go through it. And if other folks have it to show as well, then I'd love to see. But it's probably not really due till next class. All right, take your break. I'll see you in a little bit.
Let's get professional again.
We're gonna get professional again. Recording, resuming. That's going to be a weird edit. Oh, I'm going to talk and eat. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm share my screen. And I'm going to get rid of Discord, put it over here. Did nobody come back from break? No, you guys are all here, right?
I'm back.
What about Jeremiah and Jonathan? Is it Carlo, Kian, Fedora?
I'm here.
All right, just checking, man.
I'm here.
Hey, don't have to get all. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so you guys can see that, right?
Let's see. Yes, I can see.
All right, so this is the one I did of the person picking up the box.
Legs are a bit weird.
Yeah. Here, I can fix it. Oh God, the dog's back. might have to go take care of that. Not the dog. Okay. Oh, thanks for mentioning that, Daniel. Now I have to go back and fix it in every frame. Okay.
I'm sorry for ruining your day.
God dang it. Seriously. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was in case you're in another animation class and they make you do like a pickup box and then this, which is a put down box, right? So a really good way of doing this is going select all by type, NURB curves, and then we can just reverse this out, right? I mean, we can do this copy that 130 to 120, so I go 140 here, paste, she picks it up, and then she puts it down. Oh, I don't have the box selected. But we'll work on that. And then I go 105. Copy that. And 130 is our new thing. So 105 from 30, 105 and 30 is to, what is that? Oh, no, I'm sorry. 30 to 105 is 25 frames. So 130 is 160. Wait, look at me do math. So basically I'm mirroring this out, right? So if this is my pickup and I need to go the reverse way, I can reverse it out using just by taking these keys and pasting it. That's all I wanted to show you. What I really wanted to do is not do any of this. But that's a good time-saving thing. If you have to do an animation that is the exact opposite of what you just did, then you can do that. Wow, it really messed up the IK though, didn't it? Okay. I'm going to reload that because the arm just jacks to the roof.
So for the record, right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving a box onto a pillar.
Off of a pillar.
Oh, off of. Okay.
Yeah, because we already did lift the heavy object. So I'm just going to make a pillar. Apparently I'm going to make a round one. But you can make a square one if you want. Then I'm going to take all my animation off. Usually when you select all, it, selects everything. Okay, now we have a clean scene. And do you guys need me to save this like this for you, or can you?
I think we can do it.
Okay. Sometimes I wonder. I certainly do. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I wish I could have like a little square of me working on stuff. I think that'd be fun. I can't make Discord small. Wait, I can. Look how helpful that is. It's all totally in the way. I don't have the real estate to do that. Look. Can you fly out your own thing? All right, we'll just leave it over here. Okay, so we got this going on. Let's see what her hands are set to, just to make sure we're all hunky-dory. Select that, go to the channel editor. We are set to FK. So I'm gonna first, starting off here, I'm just gonna do this one in IK, just because I think it'll be easier. So by selecting these little diamonds, right, and hitting a one button, then I have IK. And now I can start here on frame 30. I'm going to select, oh, remember I made the button? Is the button in this one? Oh, my button isn't in this one. The buttons are local to the files. They don't live on your things unless you add them. Or did I put it on something weird like rendering or something?
Where is she? How did you get back to the
Oh, I did it the wrong way. Gosh darn it. It was in IK already. Sorry, I'm just going to make that unselectable. Okay.
Oh, that's rotten.
Then we Who was talking about the neck before? Was that Kian?
Yeah, that was me.
So there's two movers. This one, right, moves her neck. All right, yeah, I'm recording again. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So what we want to do here is get her into a nice position to be grabbing the box. And you always want to put a little character into that. I'm going to tilt her hips, right, using the body mover. And I'll move it closer because she'll want to get as close as she can to that. I would like to have her. I went too far with this one, so I have to dial it back. And it's, you know, it's a constant sort of adjustment thing you need to do. Like if you move one thing, then you got to go back and make sure the other ones are fine until we just need to hit this one stupid pose. This one stupid pose, which will define the entire animation of her grabbing the box. And then all the rest is easy peasy.
If you get the main part right,
Yeah.
fine.
That's why we haven't really talked about proper blocking and stuff in this class. Which is,
Maybe we should.
do they teach you that in, well, we kind of did. Remember I said you go through and you get the main parts of it kind of nailed. Like this, right? So I have the, where's my time slider? General, thank you. This is how you reset your thing. Reset current workspace, thank you. So I have just these two keys right now. I have this first one, and then I have this one on 30. So it takes her a second to get there. And I want, if this hip is forward, right, then this leg, just like running, this leg needs to sort of be forward. But we'll leave it where it is. But this leg, I'm going to raise up. Because I think that'd be fun. So she's kind of wrestling with it a little bit, right? Okay, now you can see I've just gone from here to here, and that looks horrible. So what I want to do is do some anticipation for this action. So I'm going to bring her back, lift her up. I'm going to copy that foot position. Back. Now this one that I'm doing now needs to be in anticipation of grabbing it. Yay, her legs stretch. I hate stretchy, unless I'm doing a cartoon character, and even then I don't really like it. It seems to be way more trouble than it's worth. So again, once you know where you're going, right? I went to frame 30. Once you know where you're going, you can decide how you want to get there. So I'm going to have her do kind of a big gesture here while she's on her way. Her eyeballs always freak me out. We never really talk about making her eyeballs work because not really doing facial stuff, but they totally freak me out. Okay, so there to there. And you don't have to do this exact pose. You see how I went from static to anticipation. Static, anticipation, and then grab. I went from static to grab, but then I put this in here so it looks better. So it goes up on frame 15. And if she's very excited, you can raise her. It's almost like she's stepping into it. Okay.
I like that. I'm going to copy it.
I'll post this in the thing so you guys can pick it apart. But you see how it's not just a grab pose. This is an interesting grab pose. This is what I'd like you guys to do in all of your stuff, is to try and think about, she can do it, but how do we, how do we make it a little more interesting than just grabbing something? Like that's, do you guys know the word contrapposto at all? It's a
Yes.
It's a sculpture word that means the way you pose grab. And so this one has a more interesting contrapposto to it. Like it bends in a more interesting way. Okay, so then the next thing we need to do, right, we've established our three keys here. Let me go select by type. There's curves. What's on 40? How did I get keys on 40? Bad shot. S. Set keys for all that stuff. delete 40. And so whenever you go from a point to a point, and then this has to go from somewhere else, especially like if it's a heavy object, you want to get people a chance to realize that you're doing stuff. So you want to give people a chance to enjoy the pose that you've made. So it's always good to let it rest for a little while in order to give people a chance to appreciate your hard work creating a pose. It also gives people's eyes a chance to realize what the heck's going on. So if I go, I'm going to let it sit for like 20 frames, and you can go back in and adjust it. So 30 to 50. And if you want, you can go to the second half of it. This is called a slow drift, where you take little bits of it. So it's a kind of a moving hold. Think of the idol a little bit, right? So it's a steady, the frame really doesn't move that much, but it moves enough to kind of keep it alive. And you have to be careful with a moving hold because it's really easy to go from drifty or from still alive to kind of drifty animation. Okay, so now I'm going to go 10 frames. So now I have keys, my main keys are on 1, 15, and 30, right? And I did 1, just like the walk cycles we did. I did 1 and 30, and then went in and added an in-between frame, which is the anticipation for grabbing the box. She grabs the box, and she kind of melts into it for 20 frames. And now on frame 60, I'm going to set keys again for all the nerves curves. And then I'm going to pull back, but from her waist only. And I just want to get to the point where the arms straighten out. They're not to where the hands are actually moving. Then I'm also going to see if I can't get her foot back on the ground. Because she would need that leverage in order to pull on it. I remember what I was saying about the head, how you can use the head to accentuate your weight or your movement. It becomes a don't want to quite that far yet. but definitely there. Okay, and at this point, I need to set a key on the box. So my first key on the box is on frame 60. Okay, now I want her to pull back for like another 60 seconds or 60 frames. So maybe not that much. Let's try 100 frames. I mean, another second, so 30 frames. And then I guess at this point, I'm going to make another fake box. So we need to reverse the angle to show that she is putting weight on it. I'll go back and get the other arm in a little bit. I just need to do this one. All right. If we play this, it looks something like this. Very fast. And so now let's go full 2 seconds from 90, which is like 150. And we're going to go not very far with it. Don't be afraid to give stuff a lot of time to happen. It's one of my things. I always want to do everything so fast, and then I always have to go back and adjust time. So don't make mistakes like me.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm trying to make the box slide off the corner, and I want it to, like, tip over the edge as she's pulling it off,
Right.
right?
So how do you do that?
How do I... So here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I've got.
Okay, hold on.
So,
Hold on.
okay.
Sorry.
So,
One second. Where'd you go?
Alright.
Discord. Okay.
okay. So, basically, the box comes off the side in this frame,
Mm-hmm.
so it would naturally tip over at that point. How do I make it seem more natural without it just cutting?
Oh, do you have the box parented to her arms and stuff?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you're just animating the box.
Yes.
So have it. You can have it rotate over many frames. How many frames do you have it tilting now? Over how many frames?
See, it comes over the edge in one frame, and that's when it should tip over. However, if it starts tipping over earlier, it won't seem natural.
It actually will.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
you have to find the tipping point. So I would say the mid apex point of the box, right, is where it would when it has more than half of its mass on top of the pedestal, it's not going to tip over unless she is tipping it over. But then once it gets past half the volume of the box on the edge point there, and you might want to do this in like a left-hand view so you can see it real well.
Okay.
Um,
Oops. Okay.
then it'll start, the weight of it will start falling to the ground, right? So at some point, the weight of the box out, unless she's holding it up, will start tilting, and then she's going to have to catch it, because the second it leaves the edge of the thing, right, it's going to fall straight down. It'll probably fall down a couple inches.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to have to restrain it from falling any further.
Yeah, that is what I'm going for. Okay. Okay.
Cool. So you're doing the. I'm just about to do the same thing here.
All right, awesome.
Right where she pulls it.
Gotcha. All right.
Although I have it going really slow. Because she knows she's got it balanced on her waist a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, and she knows that when it gets to the edge here, it's going to go, and I'll match what I just told you so that you. So we're doing the same thing.
Got it.
Pulls it, and then as the weight starts tipping, here, and I'm even going to go further with this, and I'll just make this I need one frame of not a whole bunch of weight on it yet, so we'll do that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I doing? Select by type, NURBS curves. I need to have her catch her weight with this foot. I'm going to slide it back. Well, she's going to fall over backwards. I need to move her foot back further. And we can even go down more. If I'm just going to keep putting on cap locks instead of shift. All right, so we got that. Make sure we key everything there. Every time I do a keyframe in this blocking pass, I'm going through and I'm setting keys on all the NURBS curves. So that nothing kind of drifts or gets out of control. And it's going to bite my ass because I'm going to have to go back to this hand and delete them all and then manually put it back. But I just want to get kind of the weight going right. So now 155, I have it sit down here. She's going, and I want this to be kind of slow where she catches her weight. So I'm going to go a full 60 frames. So what is that? 55 and 60 is 215. Gonna need a bigger boat. Anybody watch Jaws over 4th of July? Is anybody's 4th of July movie?
I have not watched it.
You've not watched the original Jaws?
No, I think I was.
It's a lot more. It's a lot more like a sea tale than I remember it being. I forgot they spent so much time in the boat trying to catch the shark. I remember it being on the beach and stuff more, but there's been like 5 of them, and I think I'm remembering a lot of Jaws 2.
Can't remember. I think I remember seeing like parts of it, but
Yeah,
watched the whole thing.
yeah. I was super young when Jaws first came out, and it was the first rated R movie we ever snuck into. It's like 10.
Wow, you're old.
Yeah. Yeah, and like 1975, 76, something like that. 75. You're really young. And it was playing in the theater, and next door was playing like, I forget what it was. Like some PG movie that we weren't even supposed to go see. And we snuck into Jaws and watched that. Okay, 100, what did I say, 215? Select, type all NURBS curves. No, 300. I don't know why things get stuck in there. being really cranky. What if I set a key in the box? I can set a key in the box. I've lost my box now. Oh, it's back. It's all, like when I went to go change the time, it really messed up the selection. This model is super crazy. Select all by time. Okay, so now I have this big space here, and I want to dip her down a little bit. I want this to move as an arc, so she's not only coming down, but she's stepping back a little bit. So on this frame, we can do a little rotate. This one. All right, now if I play it, she goes over, grabs the box. So, sorry, we're running out of time here. So, but I got most of what I wanted to do done. What's making this work? Like, what's selling? What do you guys feel is selling this as weight? Does this work for you guys? Does it look
It's
like
the bounce.
it's this part here?
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah. So I've done a couple of things here that I want you guys to repeat in this assignment, and I'll give you till what is today? Is today Wednesday already? The semester's almost over. We have like 3 weeks left or something ridiculous. I'm gonna miss you guys.
No, you won't.
Oh, you're in my next class too.
Yeah.
Drawing animals. I think I'm teaching drawing animals or something. It's really gonna be. It's gonna be fun. I actually can draw pretty well. So a couple things are happening here. I've set this up as being heavy, right? Because not only does she goes at it with a big, she goes at it with a big grab. Okay, I've set this up. So sorry. So she goes at it with a lot of gusto, which you generally wouldn't do if something was light, right? She's attacking it. So I've set this up. Your expectations for this box to be of a heavy nature because she's mustering all the strength she has in this thing in order to grab it. Either she's very angry at this box, she loves this box, I love this box, or she needs to use a lot of strength. So she grabs it, and then I've set it up so as she starts pulling back on it, the box doesn't go anywhere, right? It stays exactly where it is, but her body stretches out. And then she gets enough muscle on the box that it starts sliding. And I have this really kind of slowish. So she doesn't just yank it off real quick. It comes off kind of slow. And it gets to the tipping point where Daniel and I had that wonderful conversation. And then it knocks her almost over, right? It cascades, but in an arc. So I'm following the arc the box would take. If she has forward momentum on it, the box would have it wouldn't just fall straight down. It would pivot on her a little bit because she's holding on to it. So it goes in a little bit. Boom. And then, of course, a nice catch here. And you can look at the keyframes for this is pretty long, right? It's almost 2 seconds or something that she catches it. So you put all those things together. I got this box. And it's a little faster. Like this would be like, hey, I'm helping you move. Whoa, that's kind of heavy. But see how I give the audience time to see what's happening. Like that. Remember I said when she grabs the box, I'm going to hold it there for a little while so you can see that nice pose. And I think that's really paid off in this. Because you get to see her. She's not just grabbing the box and moving out of the way. She's grabbing the box. You see her grabbing the box. And then she pulls it out. And you'll also notice, for those of you who still need to do this assignment, that I'm not worrying about the other hand at all. Like the other hand is not something I'm even concerned with at the moment. And I'm not worried about the box translating through her thing. I really just want to get the keyframes down and make sure that the motion feels good. And then now I'll go back and I'll do stuff like fix the pole vectors. But only see how I'm using these keys to skip through the existing frames. I'm not going to like go in and change the pole vectors or change the frames and anything happens. I'm going to try and animate only on these keyframes that I've created here. As I just not do that. Sorry, I thought I was on that frame. That's there. And I'm going to use this to skip to the next frame. And that's there. And then skip to the next frame. I don't have any animation on the box itself except for turning it on and off. It's parented to that hand there, and it's working pretty well. The problem with that is that you can't parent this hand to it because you can't. It'll create a loop. So I have to work something else out. Any questions on this? No? Everybody's got this? Cool. I'm going to save this version of what I have going on here. In the drive so that you guys have access to it in case you want to see what my timing was and whatnot. And I will also post this giant video, which is like 2 hours, 2.5 hours long, on YouTube, so you guys can check that if you need to. Cool. All right, then just make sure that you've chimed in attendance, so I can mark you here, and I'll see some of you guys at 1:30. Have a good one. And I'll be around for questions if anybody has. Excuse me, any, in the next few minutes.
All right. This is a question about rigging. So I just realized
wait.
I accidentally forgot to turn in the